Welcome to my channel. I am Nobius and today I'll be going over a mountain with flowing lava, the pimples of earth reaching over the temperature of the sun, the volcano. This volcano ain't just any volcano. This volcano is the god of all volcanoes in Europe, and I'm talking about Mount Etna. Mount Etna is an active stratovolcano on the east coast of Sicily, Italy, metropolitan city of Catania, between the cities of Messina and Catania. It lies above the convergent plate margin between the African plate and the Eurasian plate. It is the tallest active volcano in Europe, currently 3,329 meters or 10,922 feet high, though this varies with the summit eruptions. It is the highest peak in Italy, south of the Alps. Etna covers an area of 1,190 kilometers squared, or 459 square miles, with a basal circumference of 140 kilometers. This makes it by far the largest of the three active volcanoes in Italy, being about 2.5 times the height of the next largest Mount Vesuvius. Only Mount Teide in Tenerife, owned by Spain, surpasses it in the whole of the European North African region. In Greek mythology, the deadly monster Typhoon was trapped under this mountain by Zeus, the god of the sky and thunder and king of gods, and the forgers of Hephaestus were said to also be located underneath. Mount Etna is one of the most active volcanoes in the world and is in an almost constant state of activity. The fertile volcanic soils support extensive agriculture with vineyards and orchards spread across the lower slopes of the mountain and the broad plain of Catania to the south. Due to its history of recent activity and nearby population, Mount Etna has been designated a decade volcano by the United Nations. In June 2013, it was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. According to Adrian Room's book Place Names of the World, the name Etna originated from the Phoenician word Atuna, meaning furnace or chimney. He dismisses the hypothesis that Etna is from a Greek atheo, meaning I burn, though an Icostis pronunciation in classical Greek it is called Etna, a name given also to Catania and the city originally known as Inessa, and in Latin it is also called Etna. In Arabic it was called Jabal al-Nar, the mountain of fire. It is also known as Mongebello in Sicilian and Mongebello or Montebello in Italian. The Italian word literally meaning monte, mountain, and bello meaning beautiful. But the Sicilian word is actually thought to be from the Latin mons, and the Arabic Jabal meaning mountain, producing a tautological place name, mountain. The term is not in common use today, although some older people still call it this. According to another hypothesis, the term Mongibello comes from the Latin Mulciber, one of the Latin names of the Roman god Vulcan. The people of the Etna sometimes use the jargon term Amudnaga, simply the mountain par excellence. Nowadays, the term Mongibello indicates the mountain's top area of the two central craters, encompassing also the craters in the southeast and the northeast of the volcanic cone. Volcanic activity first took place at Etna about 500,000 years ago, with eruptions occurring beneath the sea of the ancient coastline of Sicily. About 300,000 years ago, volcanism began occurring to the southwest of the summit center top of volcano. Then, before activity moved toward the present center 170,000 years ago, eruptions at this time built up the first major volcanic device, forming a stratovolcano in an alternating explosive and diffusive eruptions. The growth of the mountain was occasionally interrupted by eruptions, leading to the collapse of the summit to form calderas. From about 35,000 to 15,000 years ago, Etna experienced some highly explosive eruptions, generating large pyroclastic flows, which left extensive ignimbrite deposits. Ash from these eruptions has been found as far away as the south of Rome's borders, 800 kilometers or 497 miles to the north. Thousands of years ago, the eastern flank of the mountain experienced a catastrophic collapse, generating an enormous landslide in an event similar to that seen in the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens. The landslide left a large depression in the side of the volcano known as Valle del Bove, Valley of the Ox. Research published in 2006 suggested this occurred around 8,000 years ago and caused a huge tsunami which left its mark in several places in the eastern Mediterranean. It may have been the reason the settlement of Atlet-Yam or Israel, now below sea level, suddenly abandoned around that time. The steep walls of the valley have suffered subsequent collapses on numerous occasions. The strata exposed in the valley walls provide an important and easily accessible record of Etna's eruptive history. The most recent collapse event at the summit of Etna is thought to have occurred about 2,000 years ago, forming what is known as the Piano Caldera. This caldera has been almost entirely filled by subsequent lava eruptions, but it's still visible as a distinct break in the slope of the mountain near the base of the present-day summit cone. Eruptions of Etna follow a variety of patterns. Most occur at the summit, where there are currently, as of 2008, 5 distinct craters: the northeast crater, the Voragin, the Boca Nueva, and the southeast crater complex. Other eruptions occur on the flanks, which have more than 300 vents, ranging in size from small holes in the ground to large craters hundreds of meters across. Summit eruptions can be highly explosive and spectacular, but rarely threaten the inhabited areas around the volcano. In contrast, flank eruptions can occur down to a few hundred meters altitude, close to or even well within the inhabited areas. Numerous villages and small towns lie around or on cones of past flank eruptions. Since the year AD 1600s, at least 60 flank eruptions and countless summit eruptions have occurred. Nearly half of these have happened since the start of the 20th century. Since 2000, Etna has had 4 flank eruptions in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, and 2008 to 2009. Summit eruptions occurred in 2006, 2007, 2008, January, April 2012, and again in July to October 2012. The first known record of eruption at Etna is that of Diodorus Siculus.